In Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Health says between 20 to 30% of Nigerians suffer from mental illnesses. And with a population of about 200 million, it implies that about 60 million persons are battling with mental illness. Mental disorders include depression, bipolar affective disorder, and other psychosis, dementia, intellectual disabilities, and developmental disorders, including autism. The British Deputy High Commission this week held an event to knock off Mental Health Awareness Month. Our correspondent Amarachi Ubani reports.
Mental illnesses, unlike physical illnesses, are not easily diagnosed because there are usually no physical symptoms. Sufferers can spend years entrapped in their minds because of a lack of understanding of their condition by the people around them.
And I like that you shared it, but you didn't have to go to
Here at the British Deputy High Commission, removing the stigma and providing a safe environment is the goal of this event. The speakers and moderator are those who have gone through the dark hole of depression, some for years, but are now in a better place.
In a world where I was told magazine publishing was prerogative of the voice, I needed to prove to myself and to people, everybody who said publishing is not a job for a woman. So I was continuously trying, and that I had as much right to be in that industry as the next male. So struggling that much and not paying attention to my health was a major trigger.
A few months ago, I was walking up the stairs in my house, and I was walking up slightly with energy up, and I remembered something. And I thought it is fascinating as an observation of my own self. The same staircase, the same light, the same person, the same circumstances, but getting into that space in my mind, and my steps began to slow. Just because a thought came into my mind, and the feelings came from the thought, and suddenly the energy to live slows down.
You cannot bring logic into why somebody is depressed. Dump your logic. Because this is not something that was caused by a parasite. This is not something that was caused by a bacteria. This is not something that was caused by a virus. No. This is something that requires even the professional to engage this person. Now, while conversing, it's when you begin to pick the unspoken things that this person is not telling you. I call this thing the unvoiced voices.
It's easy to speak up in the comfort of a room full of therapists and psychiatrists. But what about the one that has no clue who to turn to, and the healer becomes the one needing healing?
I spoke somewhere 2 months ago or so, and then this lady's like, I don't even know how you are able to open your mouth and say the things that you say. But now you've made it seem a lot less scary for me to have this conversation. And that's what it is. If Auntie B can talk about certain things, I'm sure some people have looked at it and like, if she can talk about it, then why can't I talk about it? So wherever we are, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's at home, whether it's in the church, mosque, wherever you are, start this conversation.
Those fears that used to torment me, you're no good, you will amount to nothing. Look at A, has this, look at where you are, is this where you should be? And things, and I could not rationalize and say, look at my husband, I've been married 36 years. Look at my children, they went to school. I couldn't talk back to the voice because it was stronger, and I believed it. But I realized that the minute I started talking back at the voice, you're no good, I am good. You will not succeed, I have succeeded.
Societal stigma, religion and unbelief are reasons highlighted as to why help is never solicited or given, resulting sometimes in suicide. People are encouraged to be patient with one another, as a simple diagnosis could come from the answer to just a simple question: how are you? Amarachi Ubani, Channel Television News.